I'm Troy Dawson. I am the SIG chair for the Alternative Images SIG. There we go. One of Alternative Images SIG makes sort of like what its name is we make images that are different than you get out of CentOS Stream. Today, I want to focus mainly on the WSL images. That's Windows Subsystem for Linux. And let me share my screen. It is not a screen you'll usually see me doing. Not that. We want... we want this one. No. Yes, we do. Oh, you better... Let's see if this works. Okay. That is not, nope, wrong screen. Stop. Sorry. Sorry. We want the other screen. There we are. Okay. I am purposely not hiding my background because this is a Windows machine. Thank you, Yakov. Windows Subsystems for Linux. You've seen me done presentations on them before. This time, they're in a much better shape. I'm going to do this entire thing is going to be a demo. I have no slides, but you can do everything yourself. Just got to know CentOS.org. That's where everything starts, and it's really simple. You see my title, one-click installation. Let's see. Well, first we got to get to the screen. So on the front page of the CentOS.org, you go down here. It's SIG groups. There's alternative images. We click on our button. That doesn't count as a click, just so you know. That doesn't count as a click. And in here, we have all our downloads. We do images once a quarter, and once a quarter we update all these links so that you get whatever you want. And this is, we do have all these desktops. These are live images. There's for 9, which we have more desktops. 10, we only have KDE, GNOME, and Minimum, which has no desktop. And then we come down here to the WSL images. So this is an x86 machine. We're going to just click on this. We're going to look at 9 first. So we have a download, and this demo is sort of short. So you're going to watch this happen live because luckily I've got a good enough connection, which is slowing down as we speak. But should we download both of them at the same time? Nah, let's just do one at a time. Let's do CentOS Stream 9. WSL, I just had for things. I love their little icon. For a generic WSL, they have this little penguin icon. It's blue instead of black, but it's still cute. You guys know me and penguins. Oh, come on, speed up. Or we could. Do we want to do it a different way, or just wait a minute? One of the reasons we've been working on WSL is that it's actually been one of our most popular images. We've had these live images for a couple of years now, and I've gone to a couple conferences. As soon as I did the WSL images, all of a sudden I started getting questions and comments, and hey, it's working for me on this machine and working for me on this machine. On the other ones, I really didn't get any feedback from anybody. But the WSL, I have been getting feedback. Also, I've been talking to the image builder people. For those that don't know, I'm also working on the CentOS Stream team. That is my main day job. The CentOS Stream team is working on getting WSL, the CentOS Stream WSL into Microsoft's thing. With version 2.0, the licensing's all changed. You don't have to worry about it. We're not actually giving us their image. They're just giving the link to us, which makes things easier. We've got permission to be able to do that. We're just working on getting WSL. Anyway, because of that, we're working with the image builder people. And the image builder people, on RHEL, you can build your own image, whether for a cloud, for whatever, but they have WSL. And they had a very similar thing happen. When they put WSL on their image builder thing, they got a very large amount of usage out of it. I don't know if they didn't say if it beat all the other usage. It's just that it's one of the top usages. Come on, you're almost done. Yay! Okay, so did that initial clicking of the download button count as one click? I don't know, but I'm going to count this as my one click. It says right, you move it over there, it says open file. I'm going to click on that. Let's see what happens. So up comes WSL. It says, hey, I know everything about that because you've built it in the correct way, which we have. And now I'm going to try and install it. And this particular machine is, in case you're wondering, a virtual machine, and it sometimes is slow. And because of that, let's go back to our, anyway, the image builder people have been working on getting their image builds better. Part of that, we got the WSL setup, which is in Fedora, into RHEL 9 and 10. Okay, it's in CentOS Stream 9 and 10. It's expected to be in the next versions of RHEL. Being able to do that, well, alternative images, we could have used the Apple version or the RHEL version, but we don't have to use the Apple version. We can just use the RHEL version. Oh, come on. When I was doing a demo of this really only took a few seconds. Anyway, it's faster on real hardware. So if you have a real Windows machine, it's not this slow. Unless you just don't have any memory. I think I'm sucking up all the memory with my browser here. Yeah, when I was doing the demos, this was much faster and I didn't have to worry about it. I'm now worrying about the rest of my demo. But the good thing is we're filling time. No, that's not a good thing. This is a slow demo. Da, da, da. What do you guys want to hear about? Let's open it up for questions while this is happening. Do we have any questions in the audience? Tell us more about how you make them. Oh, that's a great question. Oh, and as soon as I got the question, it jumped to 100. We make them using Kiwi. We're doing Kiwi on CBS. I'll be honest, I love Kiwi. Those of you who know me knows I've been building images since 2001. And I'm still using the same tools that we were using in 2001. They just add layers and layers and layers on top of them. Kiwi just sort of tossed that out and says, here, look, use one thing. So when you install WSL using this new way, you just pick your username. If you see my other demos, Quake is my demo thing. And it tells you how to set your password if you want, or if you don't want, you can do it. So we're just going to do cat etc Red Hat release. CentOS Stream release 9. That is great. And we're going to, we've got some other things that we're going to do. So we don't want to show this one right now. But just so you know, you got one click, boom, it's there. But you say, what does that look like after it's installed? Well, let's look at things. We click down here on our start menu and look, CentOS Stream 9-Alt. And it's got the CentOS logo. Isn't that nice? So the observant will notice that I've also got Fedora Linux 42 WSL, Fedora ELN, which has got that cool logo. And I got the CS10 one. But I downloaded this. Let's say I want to give it a different name. You know, I've got 3 or 4 different test things. I want to give it a different name. So we're in my home directory. Sorry, I'm not used to Windows things. Downloads. And there it is. So to give it a different name, all you have to do is WSL --install --name. And we're going to call it CS9 demo. Now, this is the one thing that sometimes you're going to do, and it's from file. And I love that they have the tab button. It would have been better if I didn't have that little thing. Yeah. It's going to be install names, yes, 9 demo from file C tab. There we go. We're not going to worry about that because that's going to take forever. Because we already saw that. That would take forever, and you can't stop it. Yay. Oh, you can. So anyway, that's how you do it. You're like going, how am I going to remember that command? So let's go back to here. Up at the top, we have documentation. Sorry, this thing's like running out of memory. If you go over here, you'll see WSL images. We have updated this quarter. We updated these pages. If you want installation through the command line, it tells you right here, WSL install from file, and the name is optional. So let's see what I've got here. We got WSL list. Oh my goodness, this is slow. Okay. You'll see I have the CS10. Now the CS10, I installed CentOS Stream 10 previously, and I installed the desktop, and I installed a couple extra packages. Now here's something I wanted to show you guys, you all, not all guys, maybe. When you install some of the things, look at my start menu. I have Falcon, I have Kate, I have Ocular in my start menu. Let's look and see what happens if, let's start up Ocular because it's not too heavy. We're running a little light on memory here. I don't know what's sucking up all my memory. But hopefully what that's going to do is bring up CentOS Stream 10, my CS10 image, WSL image in the background. You don't even see it. But then bring up whatever the graphical thing is. Like I said, in this case, we're bringing up Ocular. Oh, you better work this time. Come on, Ocular. There we are. So we can now open the document with Ocular. So I do have some downloads in my thing. There's the, well, that was fast. Cool. So Linux running on Windows is actually fairly fast and fairly responsive. This is a presentation from a couple years ago. So anyway, it's came a long ways. The Windows so Windows subsystem in Linux has came a long ways. I'll be honest, doing this demo, these surprised me. I did nothing other than after I installed some graphical stuff, I specifically did DNF install Falcon, DNF install Kate, and DNF install Ocular by themselves, and they just showed up. I did not expect that. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should say, oh yeah, I was expecting it. But anyway, it's come a long ways, and I'm glad for that. For those of you who are wondering, am I really running a Windows machine? Goodness, you are so slow today. Let's see if I can even get out of this. Great. Oh, I shouldn't have let this run so long on Windows. Yeah. You know what? There's a way to kill this. We're going to, off you go. Boom. Yep, we're actually running on CentOS Stream 10. Running CentOS Stream 10. Okay, that was my demo, what I wanted to show you. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions? If you want, I can maybe start this up again.
But just so I'm clear here, you were running CentOS Stream 10 on Windows on CentOS Stream 10?
Correct.
Excellent, excellent.
Can you run QEMU VMs inside of WSL? Depending on your settings, yes, you can. There's the WSL settings that says allow it to do virtualization or not. Can I do it on this one? You already saw how slow it was going. I don't think so on this one, but I have tried it on my real Windows machine that I use for gaming. So I have tried it, and yes, you can. But, and I guess if I had a beefy machine, I could run a virtual machine on Linux, on Windows, on Linux. If you have all your settings right. It's still slow. Actually, no, Yakov, there is a setting. If I can get it up, I will set up the Windows. I'll show the Windows setting. And does QEMU let you do virtualization? Oh, that might be the problem.
Well, because in my limited experience with testing the LN WSL images in a VM, on the command line, you get, when you do the install, you get this message, nested vert is not, nested vert is not supported or something along those lines. So it recognized it was already virtualized, and the nested vert wasn't. So maybe there are some things you can, maybe there's some settings you can turn on to do that. I don't know, but if you're running Windows in a virtual machine, then it's
probably not going to. Yeah,
right. Then you get into a nested vert situation. That's probably dangerous.
Yeah.
But
I do know that on my one machine, I had it set up, and I was running virtualization on my Linux machine in WSL. But I had, let's see if we can find the WSL settings. It probably doesn't let me. Come on. Oh, I don't want to have to type. I don't want to have, if I type search in here, anything, it just brings this virtual machine to a halt.
One character per 3 seconds.
So WSL settings. No, not WSL. This one. WSL settings, run as administrator. It'll get there. Yes. When did no become the default? It's actually smart for no to be the default. Okay. That's this one. Processor, I believe it's under optional features. Enable nested virtualization.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've clicked on it. We'll see what it does. I'm pretty sure it won't let me. But because I've seen that option also, Yakov, where I tried to turn it on and it was actually my hard it was the laptop I was trying it on didn't have. It's not even letting me get there. Oh, it's turned on. Okay.
I'm wondering if you need to set some sort of option in the
Well, I haven't tried it.
virtualize, like in Vert Manager or whatever you're launching this with.
So it has stopped being experimental for a while. It's been supported, I don't know, for at least a year. It's only not available on ARM because nested virtualization on ARM hasn't been standardized until I think like a few weeks ago. So it would not surprise me that most people don't know that that's a thing. But like lots of Linux developer tools spin up micro VMs now. So it is important for virtualization to work, or otherwise it'll be dog slow.
Oh, it's already dog slow. At least.
Okay, more dog slow than Windows already is, right? Like,
yeah. Well, on a regular Windows machine that is working normally, this thing I have been having. Sorry, people, but I run as root.
Are you gonna play Quake?
Oh. So I was going to install Vert Manager.
Nice.
Essentially, my demo's over, but I still have 6 minutes, so I'm gonna.
So will this show up in your Windows applications then after Vert Manager is installed? Like, is it clickable?
It might. Whether it will run or not, I don't know. I was expecting that Vert to actually be turned off. But yeah, this is going so slow today. This will probably take all my time. So since we're seeing this, putting on my alt images hat, is there any other alternative images that people want, or are we doing pretty good with keeping up with what people want?
I would say that we're good. I mean, every major environment seems to be covered.
everything that matters.
Everything matters? Okay. Yeah,
But
there is some features that we'd like, but
I think the alt images should actually be on the main download page.
I agree.
We've talked about that. When WSL for CentOS Stream gets there, related to that, sorry, I'm putting on my CentOS Stream hat. We should also have a couple other cloud images like Azure going up when we get WSL up. I'd say it's up to Sean and up to the board whether alt images should be there.
I would love to highlight more stuff like alt images, more community content. We already kind of promoted the hyperscale link up there. I think maybe next time that we have a chance to just sit down, I guess maybe that's FOSDEM. Like you and me and Neil and like various people in a room to look at the web stuff. Like we've got a good framework for it. We can just kind of figure out what makes sense to promote it at what level.
Yeah.
I think the alt images download page should just be merged to the main download page, period.
Yeah.
We could do that. The hyperscale is also very active. Maybe have a couple of download places.
So being that I just went to the page to see what's up there as our top 3, after the showcase, why don't we just put alt images there and then we don't address the top 3 until we get ready for Connect?
I'm okay with that. It's already fairly close on the front page.
Yeah,
You do have to scroll down.
It's right underneath the scroll. We could rotate it into showcase until we're ready for Connect to be there.
Well, I wonder, are we promoting alt images or are we promoting some images that are made by alt images? Like, do we want to promote CentOS for WSL as a top level thing, or are we saying here's alt images? You know what I mean? Like,
I would say more generally that the alt images deliverable should just be on the regular download page because they are just plain CentOS stream plus stuff. The WSL is a special case because Troy's going to stop making them and because of the WSL images being made by the core team eventually.
No, I'm going to keep these.
Oh, okay. You were telling me like a month ago that you were going to discontinue them.
Oh, well, maybe I spoke different, didn't communicate correctly, but no, these I just keep planning on doing. It's no extra. Okay, now that I've got them working, there's no extra work to just keep doing them.
So the only thing that has been kind of an issue right now is that, and this affects hyperscale as well, is that we don't have a way to have unversioned names for all unversioned symlinks for all of the images that we produce, so that the URLs can be reasonable.
That's the issue we have with the hyperscale page right now. Those links don't work because I can't just point to a alt.
That's
out of our control. That's a Fabian thing.
So that's why alt images only does it once a quarter. And for me, once a quarter, updating that web page is not that big of a deal.
And we could probably do the same thing once we actually get to having a cadence, which we don't right now.
But having the latest would make it easier.
Having a latest would make things tremendously easier.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, this didn't install in time, and looks like my time is up. I'm going to stop sharing and give Carl some. I'll let you guys know if this comes up. So
sweet.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, and take it over, Carl.